From Gilead's mountains a prophet arose, clothed in the wilderness, fierce as the storm. No throne behind him, no sword in his hand, only the burden and word of the Lord. He stood before Ahab unwavering still, as the Lord God of Israel liveth. No dew nor rain shall fall upon the land, but according unto my word. The heavens were shut by the judgment of God, yet ravens still carried him bread by the brook. By Cherith's waters the servant bowed low, learning to trust every word that God spoke. The heavens were brass, the fields turned to dust, but one voice remained, calling Israel to trust. Ride through the fire, O chariot of flame, the Lord God of Israel forever reigns. The God of Elijah still answereth by fire, still calls the nations to turn and inquire. Lift up your eyes, hear the whirlwind cry. The horses of heaven move across the sky, and all flesh shall know there is none beside the Lord God Almighty, forever alive. Beyond Sidon's borders a widow remained, gathering sticks in the sorrow and pain. A handful of meal and a little oil, preparing for death in the famine and toil. But mercy met famine by heaven's command. The prophet spoke forth what the Lord had declared. The barrel of meal shall not waste away, neither shall the cruse of oil fail. Then death entered softly and darkened the room. Her son lay still in the shadow of doom. Elijah cried unto the Lord above, and life returned by the power of God. And the woman declared through trembling tears, now by this I know the word of the Lord is true. Now Carmel stood waiting beneath darkened skies, while prophets of Baal cried out in vain. From morning till evening they leaped on the altar, but no voice answered their cries. Then Elijah repaired the altar of God, 12 stones according to Israel's tribes. He poured out the water on sacrifice and wood, that all might know the Lord alone is God. O Lord, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known this day thou art God in Israel. Then fire fell down from the presence of God, consuming the sacrifice, wood, stones, and dust. And when all the people beheld it, they fell and cried, the Lord, He is the God. Ride through the fire, O chariot of flame, the Lord God of Israel forever reigns. The God of Elijah still answereth by fire, still calls the nations to turn and inquire. Lift up your eyes, hear the whirlwind cry. The horses of heaven move across the sky, and all flesh shall know there is none beside the Lord God Almighty, forever alive. Yet Jezebel threatened and fear filled his heart. The prophet fled weary and torn apart. Under the juniper longing for rest, he prayed in anguish and deep distress. But angels brought bread in the dark of the night, and strength for the journey to Horeb's height. The wind tore mountains, The earth shook below. The fire burned fiercely across the stones. But the Lord was not in the wind or flame. He spoke in a still small voice, and Elijah covered his face with his mantle. For holy is the voice of the Lord.
Then Jordan divided by mantle and hand, as heaven drew near for the prophet of God.
The chariot of fire appeared between them, and horses of fire blazed forth from the sky. Elijah went up in the whirlwind of God, and Elisha cried out as he watched him depart. The chariot of Israel and the horsemen thereof, while the mantle fell back to the earth.
Ride through the fire,
let heaven declare,
the God who spoke then
still ruleth the air.
His word standeth fast,
His covenant sure,
the Lord God of Israel
forever endureth. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven.